Welcome to day 2 of the CCS Sidelines Sports Invitational presented by the Sidelines Sports Network in partnership with the Collegiate Conference Series. I'm your host, Nation. I'm here with Fox tonight as we got Louisville taking on Florida Atlantic in our first 7th place game of the night. Both these 0-2 on the year. Fox trying to pick up that first win. Teams again lost twice yesterday, 7th place game. So trying to get that first win is FAU or Louisville. Again, this win probably won't track well for either side come April in hopes of getting into the national tournament. But I mean, a win's a win, and at a point in the season, getting that first win is crucial for both the Owls of Florida Atlantic and the Cardinals of Louisville. So, and it's important still to play your best tonight.
Even though it is early on, you don't want to be falling to that. So both teams, they have something to play for. You know, they got each other, they got their schools and their record, and a little bit of pride as well. As Deadshot's going to take a great shot, but Stealth reaching his hand up and making that save. But the Owls not quite done with the Cardinals just yet. Louisville will dump it out, saying enough of that. We'll take some time to reset. Florida Atlantic regains possession out of their own zone. It's Mitra. Carries out nicely, flicks it over one. Second man will be there. Chef Tavo cooking up a nice heaping helping of defense. Florida Atlantic in the corner, but some good solid defense both teams showing, and not really a whole lot in terms of chances as of yet.
Yesterday, Louisville, only team in this field to not win a single game of this series. They're trying to find their first game win this afternoon. FAU Louisville, the best of 5. 7th place game here at the Sideline Sports Invitational partnership with the Collegiate Conference Series, and Skies has the first of the night for the Owls.
Yep, Skies taking to the sky as Mitra pops it up, and he's able to read that pass. Chef Tavo just underneath it. It was a good effort, but it is Skies to take that first bite out of the score sheet. 1-0 for Florida Atlantic, but still lots of time remaining. Just about 3 minutes left in the game. Louisville now once again slightly on the back foot. They've not really put too many chances downhill towards the FAU net, although that might change right here. Chef Tavo takes a shot. Couple players lose their cars in a double demo, but neither team will suffer any losses via that. Now to the sidewall, Rhino, not much to have there as Deadshot was covering him nicely. Stealth up to 50 Sky. The rebound is available, just no Cardinals in the area. No friends in red to pass to. FAU will get out of dodge there.
Halftime of game 1, Louisville still trail 1, is trying to find that first goal of the night so far as FAU dominated offensive pressure. Maybe a chance there, just going to be wide as Louisville will hold for now. That should have been really a 2-0 lead for FAU, but that got completely botched. 2.5 to go.
Nice clearance here by Mitra. There's just nobody there for FAU to get a touch. Instead, Louisville's going to come calling to the backboard. Chef Tavo unable to break through. Sky was a brick wall there. Made an FAU blue. Stealth will lose the possession here. Sky's looking for their second goal tonight. Puts one off the backboard. Not much in terms of a chance there because Rhino will clear it away. Outnumbered 2-on-1. There goes the 2. And there goes 2 more. 3 players literally demoed. That left only 3 on the pitch there for a moment. However, we are back to 6 apiece. 3 apiece, 6 total. I can count. And Chef Tavo now looking to make it 1 apiece in terms of the score sheet, but FAU playing some good defense. The rebound put home by Rhino off the sidewall. He spots the opening and he charges right through.
1.5 to go. Louisville finally get on the board here. Fox beautiful pass from Tavo up the right wall, finds Rhino on the first of the night for the Cardinals.
Yep, good power. You never know with those bouncers. It can always throw off a defender. With those bounces, Skies break through on the ensuing kickoff. The 50 is just larger, and Sky was a big blue Sky there, pummeling their way through the defense. Stealth just couldn't out-muscle them.
too quick to respond. Fox one, but a couple of goals right back and forth. I mean, we saw Louisville strike not even a couple seconds ago, and FAU quickly back on top here in game one, just 8 seconds ago, and now Florida Atlantic trying to hold on tight to a 1-goal victory. Louisville still trying to find their first ever game win of the season.
Yeah, it feels like a lot is going against Louisville right now. They tie the game up. It did not last for long. The ensuing kickoff went exactly the way they did not plan it. And they find themselves down once again, just under a minute to go, still looking for a tying goal. And as you said, still looking for that first win. But that first win can unlock a load of confidence in a team. So I'll have to see how that evolves further. But still time left here for both teams to make a statement. Good shot by Mitra. Better save. Chef Tavo puts that one to the side where Rhino will only collect it for just a moment. A little awkward on him. Rebound in front. Nobody really making a convincing run at that ball. Louisville will collect it in the corner with 30 seconds left. They have to do a little defense, but they need to create some offense too.
24 to go. Louisville still trying to find their first game victory. Goal. Next 8 seconds to at least get this to overtime and a clear. Run off more clock. Louisville is still deep in blue territory, and the Owls will finally cover the clear. End to play. Game 1 and boxing. What are we seeing early here? 5 minutes through.
Now Louisville, they have a chance in front. There's a shooter there, and up off the ground. Rhino makes sure to put that one home. The clock had struck 0, but it did not strike midnight on the Cinderella story. That might be the first win of the season for Louisville. They will force overtime. Florida Atlantic caught a little flat-footed, headed back to their own zone. Louisville cash in. We are tied at 2 apiece. The first kickoff doesn't really go anywhere as it is well covered in the corner by Mitra. Now that you've survived the kickoff, overtime can truly begin. FAU with the first chance.
Rhino from the backfield. He's turned away here, but again, well, in this series, Fox, I mean, for FAU, you're trying to avoid disaster. Start to league play here, although these are non-conference. They won't affect their conference seeding, but again, it's still a win to win for FAU or Louisville tonight if they come out on top. But
oh no!
Thing tapped the turn well, and a big save for Tavo. The Wyoming transfer keeps that one out by Mitra. The rebound finds the game winner.
Oh, you got to feel for the defender there. What a well-placed demo by Deadshot. He couldn't finish the goal himself, but that demo opened up all kinds of space. And it is Mitra dropping that one in. Bang, bang, off the bar and in. Bardowski, Florida Atlantic are feeling good. They survived the late flurry and the late pushback from Louisville to force overtime. They will then take the game in overtime and get the 1-0 series lead.
And Chef Tauberman again had the but couldn't pull all the way out. And he is a transfer from Wyoming, so and we'll see how that transfer here. But right now he's been off to a rough start. As again, Wyoming also had their own difficulties the last couple of seasons, trying to have successful records, but trying to go to a new campus and have some more success. But right now Louisville sitting 0-2 in the season, about to be 0-3 if things go south tonight.
Yep, in that game, 8 shots for Florida Atlantic, 7 shots for Louisville. So Florida Atlantic quite literally were 1 shot better. But that game turned very close. It was kept close, and Louisville did not say die, finding themselves down with no time left on the clock. Rhino was the double goal scorer for Louisville. And now Rhino might have a third one here as he gets dished a delightful and delicious pass from Chef Tavo. The give and go from Rhino to Tavo back to Rhino, and the Louisville Cardinals have their first lead of the night.
1-2-1 there was really beautiful. Just 27 seconds into this one. So you gotta love a good passing play to start things off here for Louisville. It's a way to get the crowd boosted and get the team back in a rhythm. So it's a good start for the Cardinals.
Stealth now off of his own back wall. Mitra is reading that one all day. Almost taking a trip to the library. Mitra will force it through for Skies. Right now it feels almost like a battle of who wants to score more. Is it Skies or Rhino, as both players have been putting goal after goal in. Skies will put their third in after Rhino just put his third in. So we have 2-3 goal scorers on both teams. This one's tied at 1 with a time that was left on the clock some people might be a fan of. And again, for Louisville, as soon as a goal is scored, a kickoff play turns disastrous.
FAU, another quick kickoff goal there for 17. Louisville was up 1-0. Now they are trailing after 2 quick goals. The Owls of Florida Atlantic all the way down in Boca Raton, Florida, Fox. Campus is pretty far away from each other. As Louisville just Kentucky and you always down south and Boca Raton.
Absolutely, but thankfully not quite as far as some of these programs have been. We've had a Miami versus a California game. That is almost as far as you can get. We just need to wait for the Alaska teams to join on in at some point in the future. Then we're really talking some distance. But with the distance closed in on the scoreboard here, we have a 1-goal lead for FAU. Louisville will be looking. This is the man you want to have it. It's Rhino up in the air. Is going to dish it off for Tavo. Not much boost to do anything with, but he manages to keep the ball in nicely. Deadshot's going to turn over possession only for a moment, though, and it will be taken back by Mitra. Not really much boost to work with here for FAU. They will have to call back. Nobody had any in the tank. Rhino wins the challenge. That's going to be an open ball, but Mitra wins the race in front of everybody, and FAU will prevail with the lead and the ball.
15 to go. Deadshot back, and if you want to talk distance, back in the tournament season 3, Syracuse from upstate New York took on Sacramento State all the way in Sacramento, California. It's a 3-1 lead for FAU. That's a distance right there, Fox.
That is, you have to. They struggle to almost find a common ground server. Mitra there receiving a play from Skies. Skies and Mitra. Obviously, no disrespect to Deadshot, but they have been an offensive juggernaut duo for this FAU side. They have been involved in all 6 goals that they have scored. They are definitely having a series thus far, and Louisville looking for answers here, only with 1 goal to their name. They did score at first, but since then, 3 unanswered in FAU blue. Might be a 4th one here as Mitra comes towards the net looking for a sniff at goal, but Louisville will snub that one out and dump it deep. The Cardinals now on the chase out of the corner. Rhino wins the ball. Stealth is there. Not sure if that was on target. Skies did get credit for a save. And now back the other way. FAU trying to turn defense into some offense. But Louisville comes back to the house. And right now, with half the game gone, Louisville, they are needing some answers offensively because they're just not getting all that many chances.
They are. I mean, they've not really had many chances. We talked last time we saw Louisville play. The offense has to create natural opportunity. Didn't really do much of that last night, hence why they did 6 straight games. Bro, maybe something here for Stealth. It will go through. It's 3-2. They're back within 1.
Well, he answers the call. We were wondering, where is that created chance? Stealth wins the ball, then wins the race on Mitra, ends up dunking them in the end. Mitra with a heroic effort. They actually made that save, but Stealth was in a place to where they could easily put that one right through the oncoming challenge, and Mitra is bested in that exchange, and Louisville will cut the lead in half. Now 1 goal separating these teams. It might be a second here if Deadshot can win the 50, but that's a Rhino. Rhinos are very large creatures. Hard to get through. And in front, Sky is looking, but Stealth with some good defense. Louisville now starting to pick up the pace just a little bit defensively and offensively right when they needed it the most. And this one's going to be towards target. Double tap. Doesn't work for Stealth. The rebound saved away. Cardinals come for a 3rd chance, but just unable to find the touch.
Couple of really good shots broken up there by the FAU defense. There's the shot that'll fall. Rhino finds it. 122 to go. And the battle of the birds continues at 3-all.
This man continues to just find open areas. This Rhino is grazing and feasting on open balls that are popping out to him. Good win there by Stealth to feed the Rhino. We are tied once again. And we have now had 2 lead exchanges in this game, and we are tied at 3. It might be another lead here for Louisville if Stealth can get some help from Chef Tabo. Doesn't arrive in time, but here comes Rhino. That's someone that FAU does not want to see headed towards their goal. He has 4 goals on the day for his team. However, he's actually, he's got 4 goals total, 2 in game 1 and 2 here in game 2. He would love to add a 3rd here, but FAU standing tall defensively. Able to, with a little bit of help from Mitra, Skies will have that ball escorted out. And FAU, almost a detrimental turnover, but Rhino's touch hit his own teammate, and everything will stay level here.
Going game number 2, and FAU nearly a chance over the middle there. Now FAU left alone. A quick break up for Skies over a second. Now Stealth back from midfield. Pre-jumping Deadshot finds a touch towards the right side. 20 and some change to go in game number 2. And Fox, I mean, quick 2-0 run. Gives the Cardinals some space. Now Tavo flicking a little high. Rebound. No one there for it. It's 10 to play. Still neck and neck at 3.
Chef Tavo was cooking something up there. This one's in front again. Chef Tavo unable to find an opening. Stealth is creating plenty of passing opportunities for their team. And now it's Rhino carrying the ball forward. The package trying to be delivered into the goal. And then Mitra giving up their life will make the save. And we are headed to OT. That one might have gone in had Mitra not been there. That saved the tip away to the corner. Manages to keep this one level. And now Louisville once again in overtime. They survived the kickoff, which has seen a couple goals against if you're a Louisville Cardinal, so that's good. And now you're going to get the win. Who else but Rhino? He's going to finish off the hat trick and cap off a great comeback effort from 3-1 down to a 4-3 victory. Louisville have their first win of the season.
3-0 run gives the Cardinals game 2 in overtime and Rhino a hat trick. What a finish for the Cardinals. Fox and going to game 3 now and essentially a best of 3.
Yeah, great effort there from Louisville. They managed to keep it close, and they kept their heads down and just played some good hard-nosed Rocket League. They had 5 saves as a team, really getting back, because had they let that game, once it was 3-1, if they let in another goal or even 2, that comeback doesn't happen. So they really kept their heads in the game. They gave themselves a chance to win. Rhino is playing out of his mind right now with 5 goals in 2 games. So right now, offensively, if you're a Cardinal, you're just wanting to let the Rhino run free and try and stampede his way into the Florida Atlantic zone. On the other side, Mitra and Skies for FAU, they have been dancing around the Louisville zone, so you want to try and get them some more zone time as well.
First 10 seconds, Fox. It's got to be an early starter for Louisville to continue that late game run we saw in game 2 if you're the Cardinals here. I feel like for the winner, go on to win like this, especially now both teams sitting 0-2, trying to play for that first overall win of this. That first, at least start out on the right foot moving forward.
A big booming clear here. Mitra's got to play this one carefully. There are a bunch of Cardinals watching him on that backboard. Get some help from Skies, but only for just a moment. Deadshot trying to reach their hand in. They'll deflect Chef Tavo's attempts away, and it gets blasted downfield where Rhino can attempt to play some fetch in his own corner. He did not get it. That's a great pass in front. Skies shot hits the frame of the goal, stays out, and Louisville on the counterattack. It's Stealth. He runs right into Deadshot, who flipped so perfectly to keep that one away. Both teams now exchanging blows. We saw kind of a conservative effort early in games 1 and 2, but here in game 3, both teams are firing away at both sides.
1:10 to go. Stealth to midfield finds Tavo. The Wyoming transfer is broken up by Mitra, and FAU will hold the line again. Louisville one more chance. Tavo couldn't pass all the way across there from Rhino. Now open look down the stretch, and Deadshot has the first.
There you go. Deadshot gets on the score sheet. The final Owl who needed a goal this evening to have a goal for each of the 3 members. Deadshot gets a favorable bounce off the miss there on the sidewall. Just stays with the play. You can do that as first man because you've got 2 players behind you that can support you. Deadshot stayed with it, and they are rewarded for their efforts. 1-0 for the Owls, and Louisville almost coming right back to the house, trying to even things up. But Chef Tavo just ran out of momentum there at the end.
20 go here in game. In FAU, 1-0 leads the Owls after 2 minutes. Well, probably coming dogs in this, I would imagine, but take them in 4 or maybe 5 or over. And still early in the season, both these going to be better by April, but and you got to find wins where you can, and you got to at least get started soon. You can't drop to 0-4, 0-5, and expect to make a run later on.
Absolutely not. This series very winnable for both teams. Rhino takes another shot. That one's too high. Chef Tavo's offering also off the mark. But Louisville, they're stealing some boost. They're keeping the Owls hemmed in. Great clearance by Mitra. They've got Skies downfield. The shot's on target. Chef Tavo said, nah, none of that here. And it will force FAU back to their own backboard. But Stealth is there in a hurry. Knocks Mitra right off the ball. Chef Tavo, no room to operate as the FAU defense collapsed on him. Still, Louisville trying to find that opening towards goal. It ends up headed back to their own zone. Chef Tavo has to make a good solo defensive play, and he does so.
Give it a warning. Game 3 still just 1-0. Owls lead 1 after 3 minutes. Louisville still nothing on this. We saw a late rally by the Cardinals in Game 2. Do we get a same performance here?
We'll have to see. This Louisville team has definitely been determined, and their never say die attitude has shown thus far in the series. That could have been an open chance for Mitra had they been able to shoot low, but that touch went too low. Straight into the pitch of DFH here with about 90 ticks left. Louisville find themselves down by 1, but they did get their first win of the series last game. If you're just joining us, an overtime victory for both teams has gotten them here. They 1-0 lead for FAU, so a very tight series, and Louisville trying to close the gap even further. Tavo's offering was off the mark. A couple Cardinals commit, but they do win the ball briefly. Give them some time to recover. Everyone's kind of just a little discombobulated on both sides there, and it's going to be Stealth finding a pass from Rhino, and Stealth's going to poke it home.
Here come the Cardinals, 1:09 to go, and the Louisville will find their first of Game 3. We got a level game, 69 seconds to go here in Game 3, Fox. And not much time. We saw a late rally. Cardinals to close Game 2, but to get something similar here, the defense has to hold, and that they will for now.
Oh, these kickoffs are so stressful if you're a Louisville player. You've already had 2 go in on you, which saw tied games immediately go back to FAU leads. And that one almost much the same. You gotta watch that later on in the series, especially if you find yourself in a do-or-die situation on series point. You don't want a kickoff to be the deciding factor. So that's something they need to watch, but they survived that one, and we are tied with about 30 seconds to go. It's Stealth to the sidewall. Deadshot says, I'll take that. Goes downfield with it. Nice 50 again by Deadshot, winning the ball from Mitra. Chance, this is going to waterfall down, but Rhino stuck with it. Hanging on to that post for dear life. Had he fallen, it might be 2-1. It might still be 2-1 as that little offering from Skies is deflected towards goal. But still, nothing to be had. Late seconds, this is the time for Louisville to try and strike and bring a sneaky win home. They've got the ball deep in FAU territory. What can they do? Not a whole lot of boost for anyone, really. Rhino towards center field. Nobody home. And Nation, 3 games, 3 overtimes. We got extra Rocket League yet again.
Rhino, for me, is the clear best option for Louisville offensively. So they've got to, run their offense through him and create opportunities through Rhino. And it takes Stealth and Tavo connecting the field as well. So, but again, Louisville, a chance here. Maybe Rhino goes high, finds Tavo. That shot is good, and Louisville's got a 2-1 lead.
Wow, Rhino with not 1 but 2 assists this game. They get a feed from Stealth. All 3 members are going to chip in for the Cardinals, and it is Tavo winning the race with Mitra able to put that shot away. Skies on the squishy save attempt, just a tick late on that one. And the Cardinals will have their first not only win of the season, but their first series lead of the season as well. In the same series, they find themselves up 2-1, much like the game score.
Now for Louisville, you can't let this game go to waste. Now you need to close this game down, get your first win picked up, and back to 1-2 when the years start 0-3. And same goes for FAU, but and teams that win go up 2-1 usually go on to win. So we'll see in terms of closing this series down.
Man, neither team wasting any time getting into this next game. They all readied up immediately, and they were already on the field before Skies even got in the lobby. Both teams chomping at the bit to have another crack at one another as this battle of the birds continues on. FAU looking to strike first here, but Skies' chance. It was a tough angle shot, almost cashed in for an early lead, but they'll have to wait for their first goal. Now Stealth downfield. Skies plays it well, making it slow, but this one wide open in front. Rhino's got it. Rhino just cannot seem to miss. For the Cardinals, he's got their first one.
And the offense runs through Rhino and it's the first of Game 4, and it has to start through Louisville's offense. Is a great start here, though. 23 seconds down. Best players already got on the board. Got to be a good feeling for the Cardinals when going forward.
Yep, another lead for them, but FAU not going to go quietly into the night. The Owls love to make their living during the night, so just when you think it is lights out for Louisville, they will find a way to break through. And Deadshot, he had the goal in Game 3 for his team. Skies and Mitra kind of kept quiet offensively that game. They would love to get back to some of the offensive dominance that they showed in Game 1 especially, and Game 2 as well. We would love to, if you are an FAU fan or player, see them given some more chances. Mitra doing well, getting that over Tavo. Deadshot cannot beat out Stealth in this occasion. They'll be tipped away. Skies with some time and room to operate, covered quickly. Louisville starting to get to these challenges quicker, just like you see here. There's a demo in the backfield, 2-on-1, but the one was Mitra, and they were having none of that.
Tavo from the wing, fires, no good. The save is made for Skies. Now the Owls deep. We'll try to transition back into offense here. Create an opportunity with Louisville quickly. We'll get that ball back out to center field. Skies back in territory. Half the crop broken up by Tavo. Now Louisville in a 2-on-1 the other way.
Yeah, Mitra low boost there. Last man back again. Good play there from Mitra as the last man on the team. Able to get that one. Here's Mitra again. Tries to flick over Stealth, who was ready for that challenge. Got up for it quickly, but Skies wins it forward as well. Both teams winning it away from each other. Tavo might have a pass down looking for Stealth. Calls himself off smartly because Deadshot was much closer. Takes the conservative approach to make a defensive play instead. Deadshot now with some room. Spots Mitra, but Rhino saw that first. Here comes Rhino. That's not who you want to have the ball. If you're FAU, the flip reset hits the crossbar. The fourth man for FAU keeps this a 1-0 affair.
Whip to a goal line. That really had to be a goal. There's Tavo, the Wyoming transfer, has a second. 2:39 to go. The Cardinals, a 2-0 lead. Fox, and what a rally after the end of game one.
Yeah, Chef Tavo is boiling. He's bubbling to the surface with his offensive production, with his goal explosion there, and creating some great chances for his team. You know, we've been talking about Rhino. Chef Tavo says, hey, don't forget about us. You know, we're here too for Louisville. And halfway through the game, they find themselves up by 2. And FAU right now, what we saw as a lot of offensive control and a lot of downhill play, now it feels like they're fighting an uphill battle because all the momentum in this series feels like it has shifted to Louisville Cardinal Red.
2:15 to go. Stealth left alone. It's bumped back. We'll find pressure there. Met by Rhino in midfield. Putting it on target. Skies will hold the line. The Owl defense, 2 minutes to go. The Owls need 2.
Yep, who's going to be that hero? That's a good start.
Oh
Demo
my.
Rhino. Oh my goodness, Stealth, what are you doing with a disgusting double tap? He gets the feed from Rhino. Bang, bang. That was with authority, and that might be the backbreaker for the Owls. The Cardinals might be flying away with this one.
That might be shot of the tournament right there. I can't lie. That was beautiful. Out of Stealth there. Maybe one more chance for a double here. Wouldn't turn that one in. There's a fourth. 152. The Cardinals rallying here in game 4.
Oh, Louisville, they have taken flight, and they are not stopping as Chef Tavo gets another shot. The only one that could have made a save there was Stealth. They have no interest in stopping that ball, though, as it flies right over them. And Stealth, that shot sending a shockwave through the series and through the Louisville Cardinal team, and they have rallied. They found themselves down 3-1 in a tied series. They struggled to find offense in game 1, but since then, it has been nothing but Louisville. It started with Rhino. He got the charge started. The team, Stealth and Chef Tavo, picked up from there. And now FAU, they just do not have any answers because the Cardinals are absolutely soaring right now, looking for this series win. And I don't think FAU sees Champions Field here, Nation.
1:16 to go, and I don't think they do either, barring a absolute miracle. Stealth, another one there. Won't go. Rhino goes way wide. 68 to play. The Owls to score a goal every 15, now 16 seconds, if they're going to have any hope to sign a life to get to 5.
Louisville just caught fire at the right time for a team that had not won a game before this series. The first win was close, and they did squeak it out. Second win more decisive, and now the third win is a statement bringer. This is the type of win that can really motivate you for the rest of the season. Stealth is going to look back on that one. I'm pretty sure that clip will probably make it to the CCS Twitter page to see something like that out of a tournament here. 30 seconds left. Can FAU put one on the board and knock out the shutout? That feels like the final storyline here, Nation, between these two teams.
And it does. 20 to play. We're trying to find the shutout victory to close this series down as time begins to expire, Fox. I mean, for me in this series, FAU had a lot of great chances early on, and they blew away game 2 and game 3 and 4 just with all Louisville offensively. But Well, there's things to learn if you're FAU here in Louisville. Things weren't great in the first 7-8 minutes of this series, but they really turned things around and rallied their
Oh,
offense
shutout!
through Rhino.
Oh.
Again, I feel like they're going to only get better with time.
I thought the shutout was in danger there. It stays intact, as do the Cardinals. Congrats to them. They will pick up their 3-game wins in the series. And, I mean, congrats to them. They struggled with offense, like you said, the first about 7-8 minutes of the series. Louisville really kind of, they were kind of fighting through it. They were trying to keep their heads above water. It was Rhino, the sole member of that team, that was finding offense and keeping it close. And eventually the other two got their sea legs, and just as a cohesive unit, the Louisville Cardinals, they went right straight through this FAU team with authority there in Game 4. And it was quite the series. Congrats. And for FAU, you started the series off really well. They looked really good. Skies had a couple really nice moments as well. So, for FAU, you might be 0-3, but you did show, there are things that you can learn from this. Go over some video, and good luck with the rest of the season for sure.
I'm going to go to a break. When we come back, the 5th place game, San Diego State takes on UConn after the break.